Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. I'm Syed Ammar Hussein Banori. If you're just starting your studies in business or management, you are in exactly the right place today. We're going to explore the incredibly broad, all-encompassing world of human resource management. But look, instead of just reading through a bunch of abstract theories, we're going to make this super practical. We'll do this by following a fictional employee, let's go ahead and call them Alex, from their absolute first day on the job all the way to their last. Okay, let's jump right in and see how human resources literally shapes every single step of Alex's professional life.
So, here is Alex's career roadmap for our explainer today. We're going to cover preparing the role, hiring and onboarding, growth and teamwork, support and compensation, and finally, the big picture. Through these 5 phases, we'll organically uncover the 9 key HR areas identified by the ASTD.
All right, let's start with Phase 1, preparing the role, before Alex even arrives.
Think of this as building the blueprint. Long before Alex even thinks about applying, HR starts with Step 1, human resource planning. This is where the organization forecasts its present and future manpower needs. The goal here? It's straightforward but absolutely critical. They need to ensure the company has the right types of people at the exact right time in the right place. They look at current inventories and forecast any potential shortages. Once they know they actually need someone, they move to Step 2, which is the design of the organization and job. This is where HR defines the structure, the reporting authority, and specifically the exact work contents for the position Alex is eventually going to fill.
Now, this is where a lot of beginners get a bit tripped up. It's easy to confuse these two core concepts. The job description defines exactly what Alex will do. We're talking about the actual day-to-day tasks and defined work contents. The job specification, on the other hand, identifies who Alex needs to be. It outlines the specific attributes, the skills, and the exact talents required to do that job successfully. So just remember, the description is the task, and the specification is the matching talent you need to actually execute it.
Moving right along to Phase 2, hiring and onboarding, finding our protagonist. With the blueprint totally complete, the company heads out into the job market to find and recruit Alex based on those exact plans.
Let's map out Alex's crucial first year. It's marked by distinct milestones where different HR functions really kick into gear. Day 1 focuses purely on selection and staffing. By month 3, the gears shift heavily toward training and development. And as Alex hits that 1-year mark, they become deeply involved in broader organizational development. Let's break down exactly what happens at that very first milestone.
Selection and staffing is so much more than just putting a warm body in a chair. It's this incredibly complex process of matching people and, crucially, matching their expectations with the job specifications and the actual career paths available inside the organization. The key takeaway here is that hiring Alex isn't a one-way street. Not at all. It's a mutual match where both Alex's personal career goals and the company's needs have to align perfectly. That brings us to Phase 3, growth and teamwork, empowering Alex. Now we focus on how HR ensures Alex actually integrates into the company, builds fresh skills, and collaborates effectively with their brand new colleagues. HR doesn't just hand Alex a laptop on day 1 and completely vanish. They drive highly targeted training and development. First, they identify Alex's unique individual needs. Second, they build the specific knowledge and skills necessary for Alex to excel right now at their current job. And third, they prepare Alex for the future needs of the organization. Basically, they are actively, deliberately investing in Alex's long-term potential.
And that individual growth, it feeds directly into the wider team through organizational development. HR actively works to generate what we call a synergetic effect. This basically means fostering super healthy interpersonal relationships and really strong intergroup harmony. By creating this positive environment, HR ensures that Alex and their team can achieve significantly more together than any of them ever could by working on their own. It's a real game changer.
Next up is Phase 4, support and compensation, valuing the individual. Let's look at exactly how the organization rewards Alex's hard work and provides a real safety net for their well-being.
Okay, so compensation in HR is actually treated as a science. Wages and salaries are scientifically fixed to ensure absolute fairness and equity across the board. But let's be real, a paycheck alone just isn't enough. Pairing equitable wages with vital labor welfare, which covers all those essential employee benefits and services, well, that ensures that Alex feels properly valued and deeply secure in their job.
But I want to pause our structural breakdown for just a second to ask a very grounded, genuinely empathetic question. What happens when Alex faces a personal crisis?
Because we all know life happens outside of work hours, right? Eventually, every single employee is going to face personal hurdles.
The answer to that lies in the HR function of employee assistance. Look, every employee is entirely unique in their character, their personality, their expectations, and by and large, every one of them faces problems every single day. Some are personal, some are official. If Alex is constantly worried, their performance is obviously going to drop. HR recognizes this human element and steps in with employee assistance to help remove those worries, actually acknowledging Alex as a unique human being with real daily challenges, and providing that assistance directly makes them happier and, for sure, much more productive.
Finally, we reach Phase 5, the big picture, the work environment. Now we are going to zoom out from Alex's individual experience and look at the broader organizational ecosystem that HR manages in the background every single day.
A massive part of this ecosystem is union and labor relations. Maintaining healthy industrial and labor relations is absolutely vital for enhancing workplace peace and boosting overall organizational productivity. HR acts as a crucial bridge here between the management and the workforce. They stabilize the whole company so that people just like Alex can work in a highly harmonious, productive environment.
It's honestly fascinating to see how HR relies on continuous personnel research and information systems to keep that work environment improving. Let's look at the steps. Step 1. HR uses knowledge from behavioral science and industrial psychology to better understand worker expectations. Step 2. They lean on the science of ergonomics and advancing technology to physically improve the work environment, making the day-to-day more convenient for Alex. And Step 3. They continuously improve communication systems to keep morale and motivation incredibly high, which is essential in today's highly competitive, globalized economy. They're just always researching, always adapting.
So, as we wrap up Alex's journey today, the bigger picture becomes crystal clear. Human resource management is a remarkably broad and all-encompassing concept. It covers absolutely every dimension related to people and their employment relationships, and all the dynamics that flow from it. Traditional personnel management and modern human resource development, they're simply pieces of this much larger puzzle. From the initial planning long before someone is even hired, all the way to their retirement, HRM really does oversee the whole shebang.
I want to leave you with this provocative question to end our explainer today. Think about everything we've just covered regarding Alex's journey. Is a company defined by the products it sells, or is it defined by the people who make them? Because without the right people, perfectly placed, thoroughly trained, supported, and fairly compensated, those products wouldn't even exist in the first place. I really hope tracing Alex's journey helped clarify the true comprehensive scope of HR for you today. Thanks so much for exploring this with me, and keep questioning the business world around you.